Chapter 4 The White Torch.
The month of Nisan had nearly passed. I continued to visit the home of Faris Effendi and to meet Selma in that beautiful garden, gazing upon her beauty, marveling at her intelligence, and hearing the stillness of sorrow. I felt an invisible hand drawing me to her. Every visit gave me a new meaning to her beauty and a new insight into her sweet spirit, until she became a book whose pages I could understand and whose praises I could sing, but which I could never finish reading. A woman whom Providence has provided with beauty of spirit and body is a truth, at the same time both open and secret, which we can understand only by love and touch only by virtue, and when we attempt to describe such a woman, she disappears like vapor. Selma Karimi had bodily and spiritual beauty, but how can I describe her to one who never knew her? Can a dead man remember the singing of a nightingale and the fragrance of a rose and the sigh of a brook? Can a prisoner who is heavily loaded with shackles follow the breeze of the dawn? Is not silence more painful than death? Does pride prevent me from describing Selma in plain words, since I cannot draw her truthfully with luminous colors? A hungry man in a desert will not refuse to eat dry bread if heaven does not shower him with manna and quails. In her white silk dress, Selma was slender as a ray of moonlight coming through the window. She walked gracefully and rhythmically. Her voice was low and sweet. Words fell from her lips like drops of dew falling from the petals of flowers when they are disturbed by the wind. But Selma's face, no words can describe its expression, reflecting first great internal suffering, then heavenly exaltation. The beauty of Selma's face was not classic. It was like a dream of revelation which cannot be measured or bound or copied by the brush of a painter or the chisel of a sculptor. Selma's beauty was not in her golden hair, but in the virtue of purity which surrounded it, not in her large eyes, but the light which emanated from them, not in her red lips, but in the sweetness of her words, not in her ivory neck, but in its slight bow to the front. Nor was it her perfect figure, but in the nobility of her spirit, burning like a white torch between the earth and sky. Her beauty was like a gift of poetry, but poets care unhappy people, for no matter how high their spirits reach, they will still be enclosed in an envelope of tears. Selma was deeply thoughtful rather than talkative, and her silence was a kind of music that carried one to a world of dreams and made him listen to the throbbing of his heart and see the ghosts of his thoughts and feelings standing before him, looking him in the eyes. She wore a cloak of deep sorrow through her life, which increased her strange beauty and dignity, as a tree in blossom is more lovely when seen through the mist of dawn. Sorrow linked her spirit and mine, as if each saw in the other's face what the heart was feeling and heard the echo of a hidden voice. God had made two bodies in one, and separation could be nothing but agony. The sorrowful spirit finds rest when united with a similar one. They join affectionately, as a stranger is cheered when he sees another stranger in a strange land. Hearts that are united through the medium of sorrow will not be separated by the glory of happiness. Love that is cleansed by tears will remain externally pure and beautiful.